Good morning, everybody. It is 2nd of April, and it is 6:30 in the morning.
I was a bit much.
A couple days ago, I uploaded here on YouTube just to let you guys know about Chubby's transition. Just thought I'd do a little catch up on how the last few weeks have been, how the kids have been, and how Donald has been adapting, and yeah, our journey and navigating the grief. Chubby transitioning is a huge loss. Chubby has always, she's such a tiny dog, but she has such a big personality. She's been a huge part of my life, and she's always had main character energy. And so yeah, every day I miss her, but when I'm out doing anything, I know she's with me and I can just talk to her whenever I want. So the day after she passed, as I told you guys, I just remember feeling relief that she doesn't have to take so many different types of medicine, and she was no longer bound to her wonderful body, but of course was aging and failing her, and it was supposed to. It was just meant for her to do her mission on Earth, and once, I suppose her mission was done, she was ready to move on and go home. I have so much love in my heart. I just it feels like it's bursting, and the only thing I could do is try to express that love. And so I've been painting a lot on my iPad, and of course I wanted to paint Chubby. I have a picture of her where she's sort of just looking, it's like a side profile of her. It's a brilliant picture of her, and her eyes are sparkling, and I just wanted to paint that. Often you guys ask if I can do tutorials. Honestly, I don't know. I can't tell you exactly the steps I do. I don't know. From beginning to end, it's like I zone out. All I see is this color is used here, so I'm going to use that color there. I tend to have a better time when I'm not overcomplicating and trying to plan my painting. The very first painting, I just remember I was crying most of it. I'm not even sure how I was able to see because my eyes are blurry and tears kept dripping on the screen, but it was really healing. I felt like I was spending time with her. I knew I wanted to keep painting her because anything that was to do with her, it just felt like I was spending time with her, and I was. I have this video of her where we're in the car and we're driving. We had the best day, and we were just driving home, and it was a sunny day, and we were just driving in the country roads, and we were just looking at the fields, and Chubby loves car trips, and she was just in her element. She was just really enjoying it, and so I knew I wanted to paint that. And my experience painting that one was also wonderful. It was more of an animated style, but I didn't cry painting that one. I just kept thinking of that awesome day that we had. I just wanted to capture the essence of just how in the present she was. So yeah, I named that painting Be Here Now. Then I started painting my friend's dog. And it's Arlo here, and Arlo is a wee cutie. And then I painted my friend Shanice's late dog. And Shanice was actually she started off a subscriber, and over the years we just became friends despite never having met. But yeah, anyways, I painted Lenny and I loved it. And I'm really thankful for Chubby because she made me realize, I really love painting animals. Some of you guys asked if I would ever be open to doing commissions. I think that's something that I would be open to doing for sure. I just really love painting animals. Another thing that I started doing was making candles. Like I said, I just felt like I had so much love, and it just needed to be expressed. And who doesn't like candles? And so, I wanted to make candles for people who light up the world for me. The first batch who got the candles are my neighbors, the ones that sent me groceries, the ones that baked me cupcakes and just were there to give me a hug. So Ayla loved it. She was off delivering the candles. There's something very therapeutic about just melting down the wax to the right temperature and adding the scents. And yeah, I think my favorite part is actually the scent, the fragrance, deciding, oh, this absolutely reminds me of this person, you know. And then yeah, letting it melt to the right temperature and pouring it. What I love about candle making is anyone can make candles. I think it's just such a beautiful gesture to do. Even RG was making candles, and he made a memorial candle for Chubbi. In fact, Chubby's candle that we made, we used that pomegranate scent. We had been doing needle felting. I used to needle felt like years and years ago when I lived in Hong Kong, and I wanted to try and needle felt a little Chubbi. You know, I'm gonna try again, but I think for first attempt it was fine. I did enjoy it. And then that needle felting went into like an embroidery hoop. And that was a kit from Temu, but instead of doing like a Bichon, I decided to do Domo. And then when Ayla got me like this little Pomeranian plush on Amazon, the wee pick-me-up gift, I noticed while the gesture is so sweet, it didn't quite resemble Chubbi. The hair was, first of all, way too long, and the eyes looked kind of angry, I think because of the hair. So thank goodness I have a needle felting kit, because I was just stabbing away, just making the eyes come out more, and I give it a wee haircut, and that itself felt amazing because I know it wasn't Chubbi, and I would love to trim Chubbi again. I'm so thankful I've been able to groom Chubbi all these years despite not doing the best job. Oh, what I do to give a real trim, or just, you know, to hold her. And then gardening, we started off by getting like a wee plant, like a plant in memory of Chubbi. We ended up getting her, it was like a David Austin rose, but not just any rose, it's like a really fluffy one, you know, like a fluffy white with bits of pink in it. So yeah, that's been really nice. Actually, I'm really excited to see the first bloom. That'll be like a gift from Chubbi. But you know, from getting that plant, it inspired me to go back into gardening again. I actually flipped my front garden inside out. It was just such a complete mess. Pulled everything. I think that was very cathartic, pulling all the stuff. So I decided to strip it, put in a new like membrane, and layer 500 liters of bark. Everything by myself. It took me a few days, but it felt really good. And now when I look out, I see the beautiful garden. When I see the flowers, I just think of Chubbi. When I'm out and the sun hits my face, I feel her. And when there's a gust of wind, I feel her too. I know it sounds really corny, but I do. It's just something really healing about getting my hands in the mud. I think I bought like 15, 20 plants like within the past few weeks. I feel like the gardening, the painting, the crafting, candle making, whatever, they've just been all very grounding for me, and it's really helping me. So I'm in my soft girl summer era, and I think I'll be in it for a while. So I can say art has been really healing for me, and I'm very thankful, because if it weren't for Chubbi, I wouldn't have started. I told you guys that Chubbi has just always been there for me, and that's why like your dogs are just the best. They don't care if you're rich or you're poor. They don't care what size you are. Like, to them, you're just perfect. You know, they don't want anything from you, you know, but love. Do you think the divorce was probably the best thing that happened for the dogs? I mean, of course they were there for me. It was because of the divorce and co-parenting. So, you know, the few days when the kids would go away, I was able to have so much time with the dogs. And then obviously meeting RG, the dogs just absolutely fell in love with RG. And RG being such a big dog lover like myself, we bonded a lot because of the dogs. And we just had the best time. Like, honestly, like Chubbi and Domo, like, it was the best life. And she knew that I'd be okay. But not only that, it's because through the experience of her passing, RG and I would become so close. I'm so thankful that, you know, he was there. RG was there on the day Chubbi crossed over. In a lot of ways, he was a lot more braver than I was. Oh, sorry. I told myself I won't cry today. The kids have actually been doing really, really, really well. Ayla in particular. Isaac cried for about a week. He was quite upset about it. And I think it would hit him more at night, because at night we'd all usually be in my bedroom and we're together. Damo has always been the one that we were most worried about because all his life he's always only known what it's like to have Chubby by his side. When it happened, we were going to put him in a different room because in my head I was thinking I wanted to spare him from it, but the vet said let him be there to see, because even though as cruel as it sounds, the vet said it's crueler for him to look for her. The first week he was miserable. Dumbo's always been quite a smiley dog, and he just wasn't smiling. He wasn't eating. He was just down, understandably. He is much better after 3 weeks. I can see when we're out for walks, you know, he has a smile now. He's eating again, but I'm sure he misses her because he's never been home alone, and he's always been quite a anxious dog. He's my wee shadow, and he comes out with me everywhere. When I go for school runs, he sits in the front seat. I spend a lot of time in my car and he sits with me, and I feel guilt. I suppose my mindset was, oh, they have each other, they'll be fine at home, but now that he's with me, my guilt is, why didn't I do that when she was here as well? And then I have to snap myself out of it because I remind myself, she is with us now. As much as I can, he comes with me. Yesterday I had to meet my venue stylist for our wedding. It's in 4 months, and I just had him in a baby carrier, and yeah, if places let me, I'll do that. We are doing okay. It's definitely different now, you know, when I look over from my studio, I see her box that carries her ashes. I see the miniature little needle felt thing and the ball that she loved. I always hear people talk about feathers. So I actually asked for a feather. I've never asked before. I never really see white feathers, but I asked for it. And last week, this was right next to my car when I was picking up Ayla from school. It's just a new normal now. It's so strange when I come home. I don't really hear it barking anymore because Dom was out with me anyway. But I'm happy she's not conformed. She can be anywhere, anytime. There is no time. I mentioned on Instagram that after Chubby's passing, I have seen her several times now through deep meditations, through emptying. I think maybe because I've just been so full of love, I had some experiences where I suppose you call them like visions. I don't make them happen. I know they're about to happen because what happens is my face would tingle, and then in my mind's eye it kind of zaps, it flickers. It's almost like a video. And I've had some like visions of Chubby. I'm not making it happen. It just comes through and I'm just observing it. There's a saying that like all of us, like these psychic powers, anyone can do it, and that is natural. And I used to think perhaps for some, but you know, after having these experiences of Chubby, I'm starting to believe maybe that can be possible. And it's easy for Chubby because I just love her so much. I have so much love at my heart, and maybe it's easier to connect, but that actually has been very, very helpful for me, you know, being able to connect with her. And I think that's why it's helped my healing journey, but I'm not gonna go into much detail. I know some of you guys watching is like, whoa. Yeah, I just want to say thank you everyone that's left such kind comments on the last YouTube video. I know so many of you guys like really cared for Chubby. One thing I didn't know was just how much Chubby, I suppose, like touched so many lives. I didn't know that she inspired you guys to get your own Pomeranian or your own dog, or to name your own dog Chubby. Because I know a lot of you guys get it, and you know the pain, but would you do it all over again? Oh yeah, in a heartbeat. Thank you for your time and just listening to me share how things have been. I hope you guys have an amazing April. Hopefully see you soon.